Hey, hi everyone. Good morning and welcome to our live show. Hope everyone is doing great. I had a nice Thanksgiving yesterday. We never crossed that box, guys. If you remember, we had done even a poll last Wednesday that market went above that area. We are not going to cross that box. I think 11 a.m. in the morning. I said at least until 4 p.m. also it is not going to cross. So there was even a news in the afternoon about some Chinese shares, put on the list on US intelligence, Alibaba and something. Very bearish news. Market suddenly dropped, but again could not even come into that zone. Forget about breaking that zone. Yesterday, Thanksgiving, electronic open. Cash markets were closed, but electronic markets were moving. Still could not break that zone. Yesterday, CME data issue, right? Market halted around 9:45, 10 in the night. It opened right now in the morning, 8:30. Still could not broke that zone, and it is still heading higher. Yeah, that box was like very crucial. Yeah, no plan to short this market. I hope I'm live now, guys. Mustafa, I was with the new paradigm. I thought I mentioned, right? The next stream after that masters was new paradigm. Hmm. So yeah, markets are good, strong overall. Don't short them. People must be shorting it still. That is one of the reason why it is pumping like this. Volumes are very low. Generally on the lower volume, market grinds higher. So it is going to be a wasted effort. Amazon, what? It is up 0.84%. Maybe you meant what is up with Google. Google is the one which is on fire, right? Just does not stop going through the roof. Google, I think, is targeting 4 trillion market cap. It is already at 3.93 trillion. Until Google hits 4 trillion, I don't think it is going to stop. 5-minute chart is showing crazy on Amazon. Okay. Oh yeah, I see a big wick. It just came into our weekly expected move upper edge, right? It at the open it trended up and came right into the weekly expected move upper edge and now bouncing from that upper edge. At least that is what I'm seeing. But still, what platform you are seeing Amazon in? Think or Swim? Still not a big move. I think it's just 1%. It's a big move. It's a big move. Yeah, 1% shakeout. 1% move up and down. I see, and that also it was just 2 minutes, right? It's a 1 minute chart, so within 2 minutes it moved down 1%, and now it is back. So they have some probe going on, right? We heard the other day, right? They had some drone mishaps in Texas. What happened? Did the drone drop packages? So yeah, there is some lawsuit they are facing in Texas. That is what I heard about Amazon. Apart from those whatever like outages we saw last month, right? One in the Cloudflare. Other times some Amazon web services were down and most of the websites were not working because of that. So, who is shorting the market? Brave candidate must come forward and introduce themselves to the entire world. I don't feel like shorting this market, guys. Then why don't you go long? Nvidia is dipping, so I'll wait for Nvidia to catch a bit. It just dipped below our weekly midpoint. Remember, guys, Friday's gap fill still remains. Like last Friday, we had left off at a certain point. Sunday night, we gapped up. And we never fill that gap. So that is a big issue for us now. This is previous Friday close, right? Sunday night, we gapped up. We never filled this gap. So a small tiny gap was left both in Nasdaq and ES, and we have rallied like 4% now. It's a huge issue. But we'll need some kind of a news catalyst, or some kind of a selling in huge, like one of the big tech names or something like that, to get 4% dip in the market. But that is something we are aware now. It's unfinished business we have left behind. Our Canadian swimmer got banned. Penny Oleksiak banned until 2027 for whereabouts failures. Oh, there you go. So yeah, Nvidia is dipping. That's one of the reason why Nasdaq is dipping. Maybe it's trying to come to that blue box finally. Nasdaq is capable of dropping. Not that it cannot drop. It can come back. That is in fact a high probability that we finish the week at or inside this one standard deviation. The probability is 68%. Yes, today before the end of the day, it is possible that we come and sit right at this edge or little bit inside it for the Friday finish. Yeah, that for sure is on our mind, can happen. And to be honest, that is the most downside we have prepared ourselves for in the pre-market discussions. But there will be stages. It won't happen. It's a 250 point drop. There must be certain checks and balances which will have to go through before we confirm that that drop is happening. As of now, this is still a morning pullback and might still get bought back up. Hit the like button, guys. I could not load all my screen because CME data was not working until 8:30 I think this morning. Never got chance to load all my screens. We had one trader who was locked. She was locked in 2 trades. But I think they are fine. Market did not misbehave after the reopen. Yeah, but be careful, guys. Sometimes this, at least double top on the masters for years. I don't know. I mean, I don't, as I mentioned, I don't look for that kind of a double top in this kind of an environment. Like if there was a full-fledged, market open heavy volumes, then I could have looked into it of any short side. Generally in this kind of volume I don't look to short the market. My one contract will not be able to keep the market down. You need institution to sell to bring the market down. They are for sure not trading right now. They are relaxing, enjoying Thanksgiving holiday. And don't worry, I'll go long. Just want Nvidia to be little bit out of the woods. It is just below our weekly midpoint, but once it is above that midpoint, I'll be okay to go long. Good morning, welcome, Harminder Rupal. So there won't be many opportunities today. I think there could be like one whatever pullback, final pullback, which could be in the progress right now. And I mentioned it, the only risk I see in the market is market dips into that weekly expected move average. But Nasdaq requires a lot of selling. ES will require a lot of selling. Dow is the one which is very close to that line, percentage wise. It can reach here, but right now Dow is also strong. So, and Russell obviously has a long. It needs to sell really hard. It will need to sell like 2%, almost 2% to tag that weekly expected move average. So well above our weekly expected move. It's a very strong week this week for the markets. There are no plans to short this strong market. As I mentioned, right, I have stages in which I get bearish. I mean, this is like this is too early for shorts. We need like a couple of stages of pullback before the sellers can step in. This is not even stage one. You can see that it's already being bought back up. And don't worry, I'll be long soon, but just want two checks done before I do that. So anyone in the chat who already made a lot of money going long, short, what are you guys doing? Like already long, shorted and made money, still on the sidelines. Sidelines, Muhammad. $6, very good, better than $5, right? Long and short done now. How did you manage to find trade, Brian? Long in small quantity. Yeah, long. I like that. Meta is pumping. Microsoft also doing good so far. Yeah, Meta is up 1.2%. Nice. Yeah, my position in Meta is up. Okay, there's little bit of delay here. Google. It should be up more than 11% at least. I got absolute low on Meta, $584. And change, right? $584.50 is my entry in Meta. And I got one at $600 also. Even that is up 5%. One at $607 is up. You shorted and then got long. Your dedication is amazing. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving holiday with your family. Yeah, I did have actually Canadian Thanksgiving was done already last month. Yesterday we had report card day, so I was busy going to my both kids' school for their like half yearly reports. I had my car servicing appointment in the morning. I had many things I had to take care. But yeah, mostly with the family only. So yeah, in Canada, the Thanksgiving happens a month before US Thanksgiving because it gets very cold in Canada in November. Canadian Thanksgiving happens in October. Just wanted to thank you RDGD for the last week for sharing all the masters level with all members. Good gesture. Yeah, you're welcome, guys. So again, guys, I as I mentioned, right, it was always with the goal of getting to that stage, right? We created all this group. It was never a plan that I'll be whatever, like a core seller or something. I know we had a good strategy. The strategy would have not been possible if we had not patiently tested each stage, right? The weekly, the daily, the masters, the new paradigm. Yeah, long term it's not sustainable to do 4 live streams in the morning, 6 hours here on the live stream. I was like if you see at a peak right now for 3 years, this is our used to be our schedule, right? Like morning 8 a.m. I start, right? First with the one group, then move on to the second group, right? Then move on to the third group, then move on to the live stream. In the live stream I stay for 6 hours. You see, right, my normal day would look like this: 6 hours of live stream, almost 1 hour of new paradigm, 15 minutes of masters, 15 minutes of members, so 30 minutes, 1.5 hour, 6 hour. So 7.5 hour up to 8 hours on live stream for 3 years. But as I mentioned, right, it was always a plan that I have to complete this and make our own strategy. We have it, but it's now time to consolidate, time to take it in a way that is sustainable, and we also got to make money now. A lot of money. So yeah, guys, next year the branding I'll try to do will be more around payouts. We'll only entertain money. How many PA accounts, how many payouts, only those kind of stuff. You like the payout thing, or you like that let's stay very focused now on making money part? It was like triathlon, swim, cycle, run, member, master, and yeah, it was crazy. But the good thing is it was very logical. Like I didn't rush, right? I knew like as simple as the other day, right? That was the best demonstration last week, right? That we all traded. You were there alongside with me. We went for our weekly expected move upper edge that afternoon. Everyone know our weekly levels are very accurate. It went right into our weekly level to the penny and backed off. But to take that long, how do you take this weekly level, right? You cannot just simply buy and hold for 300 points like that, right? Exact same, trade was broken down using our like daily level. Like this is Wednesday's market. Before Thanksgiving, the high on Dow was exactly at our daily high. That is the daily planned move, and Dow exactly moved that much and it backed off. Same goes on day before Thanksgiving. These were the daily highs on the ES because it has two expiration. Dow only has Friday expiration, right? So one level. But being Wednesday, ES had two expiration left, Thursday and Friday expiration, daily expiration. So ES rallied first into the Thursday expiration, backed off, held the export level, went back to it, and tagged the second exports level, Friday's level, and backed off and finished, and that was the eventual top of the day. Same goes for the Russell. It had two expiration, Thursday and Friday. It went for both the levels on Wednesday afternoon and backed off. Finished right at the daily high one. That weekly high we were talking about, all the entries, all the exact, pullback could have been bought using our new paradigm level, masters level, experts level. Yeah, good. The strategy looks very complicated now, but it is full-fledged. It is capable of trading the market no matter what the direction is, no matter what the volatility is, no matter what situation we are in. There is always a point of view. And as I mentioned, right, some of these things I'm not sure like many people are able to understand what we do here. Like the other day, right, on Wednesday, if you remember, if you have forgotten, let me show you what was the call out, right, or what was the analysis, right? We said, right, on Wednesday, we draw that box for next 6 hours, we said, right, at 11 a.m. Next 6 hours, we are not coming below that box. This is 4 p.m. finish, by the way. And a drop, you can see, right, it is at 3:59 p.m. on Wednesday afternoon. We finish right above that box. This is the 4 p.m. finish. Forget Wednesday's 4 p.m. finish. Thursday, half a day, right? Electronic session. Friday, this morning, we still haven't crossed that box. Today, I know many people started with bearish, bullish, but look here. Yeah, these kind of things, I don't think people are doing it out there. Like, how can you tell, right? Next 4-5 hours, this will happen. But yeah, we are able to do it here. Ed is already long. For them, gap is filled. Now let's go long buyer. Yeah, I mentioned that I just want one check to complete. Nvidia to get above 178 and then I'll be 178.88 and then I can be long. Oh. So guys, bottom of the banner, funding ticks. First time they are doing this sale of 50% off. Usually they are only 20% off. So because of the Black Friday, they have 50% off. I picked up my first account ever with them. Yeah, it's a good deal. They don't have activation fees. So that's the best part. For I think $118, I picked up a 150k account live trailing. So I like trading 150Ks because with the E-minis, it is a good, account size to manage the risk. 50K, I don't feel comfortable trading E-minis. If I had to trade E-minis, I prefer 150K, and they have best deal right now. Else it is always 20% off. So make sure you pick up few accounts with them. Other deals which I have or I will be picking up, I still have some time. That's why I'm a bit. But this one I don't want to miss out. Fidias doing 90% off. I haven't traded with them, but I'm going to pick up account today. 90% off with them. I think this was yesterday evening, so this might end today afternoon or today 5 p.m. 24 hours only. Obviously, they are good and established platform now. I think NRG, he shared his success with them. He has multiple payout from Fidias. I don't know where he dropped his payout list. I saw somewhere in the here. This is from Fidias, 13th November, 30th of October, 29th of October. So lots of payouts. So they are legit. Many of our traders from our community are receiving payouts. So these are like two platforms which I have not traded, right? Fidias, funding ticks. Lucid also I have to pick up an account. Apex obviously doing only $10 lifetime PA fees, guys. $10 lifetime PA fees for 100 account. No matter if you pick up live trailing or the static, both accounts, the activation fees $10 for the lifetime. And obviously evaluation account can be purchased for 80% off. So there are some good deals. Prop shop has 90% off. I have not traded with them. As I mentioned, right, next year it's all scaling for me. It's all mostly about payouts. No, Fidias, I think they have rhythmic login and they want you to use Quant Tower. Same with the one day trader, right? In the banner below right now, day trader also has a rhythmic feed. 91% off. So some of these prop firms, they only provide rhythmic feed and you have to use Quant Tower with them. But they are legit, as I mentioned, right? I am too late to jump and start promoting them because my peers have been promoting them for at least 6 months or 1 year now. I'm too late to start promoting them because I had one bad experience with FTT last year, right? That's why I've been very cautious. Like even with Lucid, I think I waited for until now to start promoting them. So I have waited very long, 6 months or at least 1 year for them to be established, for them to give payouts to the members which are part of our community, and only then I have started to promote them. And this is the time, as I said, right? I'll be picking up all the accounts for Prop Shop, for Lucid, for Funding Ticks, for Fidias, Apex. I already trade. Tradify I already trade. Take Profit Trader is my best prop firm. Day traders, I'll pick up account this time. Legends, I could not make the payout, guys. I had one account. After making 6,000, I blew that account. So yeah, this time I hope I'll make the payout with that account. But yeah, these are my choices for this Black Friday purchase. Prop Shop, Legends, Lucid, Fidias, and day traders. Others I already have accounts and they have a lot of buffer in them, so not worried to pick up more account. With Apex, with Tradify, with Take Profit Trader, I've been receiving payouts and grown accounts with them. So $15 to $30. Okay, I prefer 150K now. I don't trade 50K or below because I am mostly trading E-minis. But yeah, if someone who is not comfortable trading E-minis prefers trading micro and should trade micro initially. I traded micro for good 2 years. I was still trading micros till this year also, especially if I had 50K account. But now my one and only one choice is 150K. Or sometimes I can pick up 300K account to 50K also. Yeah, you have rhythmic feed with Fidias and you'll have to use Quant Tower. Quant Tower is free to download. Just go to Quant Tower website, download, and you can trade with Quant Tower. We are just staying patient here a little bit. Dow starting to break on the upside. Russell also looks good. Nvidia is weak. Nvidia is start kind of rejecting our weekly midpoint. So I'm careful. Maybe we'll have a better entry. Yeah, I think Ed mentioned gap fill, but I don't think for me the gap fill is done. Maybe they are just checking yesterday's electronic close. I am looking for cash market close gap fill for Wednesday afternoon, which was still not done for ES, and it is obviously not yet done for Nasdaq. Dow Jones did do the gap fill in the pre-market today. Russell did the gap fill at the open for sure. Yes, Nasdaq, no. Breathe. Yeah, I mean, I made sure I first of all did not attract, like, non-serious traders, and I made sure, right, I kept the environment only for the long-term traders only. Yeah, because my success also depends on the chat, right? Generally see people getting involved with the chat on the live stream. They fight, they do this. I also do that on some occasions, but very less. And I try my best, to keep the whatever, like long-term focus for anything I do. And I had predicted this long ago, at least 2 years ago only. I mentioned all you will find in the chat is the members. Even though it's a public live stream, you'll still find people with those badges which are 6 months, 1 year, and some of you will turn 2 years now. In January, many of you will cross 2 years of membership, and your badge will turn from black to blue. DGD badge, diamond badge for you represents your member for more than 6 months. So it is always going to be mostly members in the chat, or if you're not a member, like we have Rupesh, USA, who are like very long term viewers. Cube Gift, day one subscriber. Yeah, it is. I always consciously made sure that we are set for long term success for everyone. So yeah, guys, Nvidia is still little weak. It is down right now 1.4%. That is what is preventing me from going long. But not enough volume, or not enough, like momentum to push the market down on any of these small pullbacks. It is not enough for me to short the market. So yeah, I'm going to be on the sidelines. Whatever, like at least Nvidia, once it is settled and has found the low for the morning, I'm good to go long after that. If Nvidia is still searching for the bottom and the new lows, I would wait a little bit more longer. years leading this breakout. ATR is very small today. Yeah, that's why I'm not very excited here to take a small, like, 5 pointer trade or something. While we are waiting, don't forget to hit the like button. Yes, guys, please go ahead and hit the like button. Yeah, remember it's a half a day trading session. It is cash market close at 12 noon. Futures will close trading at 1 p.m. Eastern or 12 Central. Yeah, guys, not able to trust this breakout because two things. ES is leading this breakout, and Nvidia is still bit weak. There's weakness in Google as well. Yeah, until Nvidia is settled, I think I'm going to be patient. Nvidia has that capability. I do fear Nvidia a lot. It has capability of bringing down the market. I'm not reading much into it as of now. It's still a candidate for rotation back to the midpoint, but let it catch some bid, right? This is, you can see, right, at least still like little bit under pressure. So once it gets back like something on this kind of a structure, right, then I'll be fine. So until it is this under pressure, at least I can be a little bit patient. Google also, as I mentioned, right, has a little bit of pressure going on. Little bit of pressure on Tesla. You can see, right, it backed off. If there is, some pressure underneath the surface, right, here you will not see it, right, on top of the surface it was looking good, but you can see, right, here comes the red candle. Yeah, until I'm fully convinced, happy, yeah, it looks settled now, then I can punch along and then I can just hold along. That's the easiest trade I can do today. Why not short then? Yeah, I don't trade tactically like that. I short, but I short on this kind of a day when there is a momentum, when there is a news, when there is a heavy selling going on in one or two of the product already. You have, like, a lot of input of the negative order flow. We know where the traders are stuck long, where is the point of rejection. All those helps into shorting the market. Shorting is very difficult skill. Lot of manipulation, lot of big money's involvement is needed to bring the market down. Yeah, I do more due diligences, more checks and balances for shorting the market. Tactical, like, because this is happening, that is happening, a 5-10 pointer short, I generally don't enjoy that kind of shots. I would just rather wait for whatever they're trying to do, let them do it, and just simply go along and hold and wait. During normal time, when the volatility increases, obviously the style, the trading, as I mentioned, right, changes as per the situation. There's just no need right now to short the market. Why? I mean, someone who was looking to short the market here, right? Since Wednesday, 11 a.m., right, in the morning. So, Wednesday until market close, Thursday, now Friday. Where's your short? Where is your price below that blue box? At least 30% voted. Remember that day when we did the poll? I influenced your decision because I said, right, this is my analysis. Next 6 hours, we are not coming down. So, at least 77% believed me. They voted yes, the market won't come down below that blue box. And that poll was done right over here around lunchtime. Right, so I influenced 77% people, at least not I influenced, but at least many of them also believed, yeah, it's a strong market, holiday market, lighter volume, market glides higher on the lower volume. Voted 77%. 33% did vote that it will come down. But where's your short? Why it is not below that blue box yet? Forget 6 hours, it's been like 6 hours a day after and third day now. You also had a CME data issue for which the market were halted for many hours since last night until this morning. Till no gap down below that area. We might come back. We might come back next week. Or if today Nvidia this sells, we can come back, right? We can come down if Nvidia continues to sell, and that's why I am being patient here. In spite of being bullish, I still would do my right amount of due diligence before I can recommend or myself punch along. Right now there is weakness, little bit weakness because of some individual names, Tesla, Google, and Nvidia so far. Apple also is testing morning or whatever, like lows. It is down 0.5. Also, the gap fill was not done, right? As I mentioned, I mean, if you are considering yesterday's electronic close, then for you, maybe the gap fill is done. For me, cash market gap fill is important, and that is not done for neither Nasdaq nor ES. So at least good analysis there that I cannot trust this breakout. A, Nvidia was weak. B, ES was leading that breakout. Two red flags. So back below that bottom end of the range, we might even push lower. If Nvidia breaks its low, it is testing. Apple is testing its low. Google is testing its low. Be very careful, guys. It is ranging as of now, but okay, the range could break. Is capable of breaking towards lower end, or some of these things to happen, right? Nasdaq ES gap fill to happen. What happened? Why there is a movement? News? No one asked for the news. Why nobody asked for the news? Canadian GDP quarter analyze actual 2.6, forecast was 0.5. Oh wow. Good report here on Canadian side for the GDP. Canadian dollar strengthened. That box you draw is very important. Yeah. And thing is, I identified that on Wednesday morning 11 a.m. So yeah, so Wednesday whole afternoon, Thursday, Friday, that was the level to watch out. Above that level, no way market will come down.
WTO says goods trade growth set to moderate as barometer index dips. The WTO says goods trade growth appears to have slowed in the second half of 2025, following a surge in the first half.
I admit I chose that it would break down that box. No, for me
The
it was
WTO
not
says
any
overall
support
barometer
resistance
index
thing,
fell to
right?
101.8 for the month of September, down 102.2 in June.
So I mean, how do I give this analysis, right? I mean, right? My strategy, the premise of my strategy
The
is
WTO says trade volume is likely to grow more slowly in the fourth quarter, but remain above trend.
the premise of my strategy is we are expected to move this much in a week. We are expected to move this much in a day. But if there is no lot of volatility, if we are not going to swing for the fences, if we are not going to go for the weekly, if we are not going to go for the daily, then what do we do? Then we need trading ranges. So for the trading ranges, I need, like, at least I add a big turnaround point, right? Within that daily range, this could be the turnaround point for market to turn over, give reaction, range, right? Like you're seeing, these are our levels here. If somebody thinks like this is just sandwich pattern, candle over candle, I mean, our members are trading it. These are our levels. It is just ranging between two levels. This is new paradigm level here at the top, turnaround point, and experts level here. All we are doing is back and forth between those levels. I don't want to trade this small range, but people who are scalpers, they are trading
The
both long as
WTO
well as
says
short.
higher tariffs and lingering trade policy uncertainty are expected to weigh on merchandise trade growth in the second half.
So what creates those turnaround point, right? Like anything, as I mentioned, right? I was talking, if anyway, Nvidia doing small double bottom bounce, Nasdaq getting a small reaction, Google still weak. So yeah, to create those turnaround points, I need certain number of contracts to be executed, right? If we are going up, right, by this time, by this day, by this hour, generally what is the average number of contracts which get executed? Doesn't matter going up or going down. But if the volume has met that expectation, then it's okay. Volume has shifted now. Now a new order flow will start from that point onward. Whatever, like, the push was there, it was completed over there. The next push has started. And if that order flow was complete, there's no way we are simply coming down and breaking that zone now. Again, as I mentioned, right, it's a very new concept. People, I don't think nobody does this kind of analysis that next 6 hours this won't happen, next 4 hours this won't happen, next 2 hours we will have a market turnaround. I generally do that, but the idea is like, the concept is same, that if we are expected to move this much in a week, right? If we are expected to move this much in a day, if the volatility has expanded, my range will expand. Like yesterday there was a sell off, so Friday's range is even bigger now, and the turnaround points are even wider, right? So how much we have achieved? If we are going down, is it complete now? So yeah, I mean, it's not normal 4 hour, 2 hour, daily, weekly support resistance or anything like that. Current order flow, like whatever is going on in the market right now, as per average, as per historical, as per past, is this sufficient to call it a day, call it a week, call it a half a session, or that afternoon, calling it a morning session? Done, Europe gone, volume has dropped. Don't expect these things to happen in that lower volume now. And those are the kind of concept I look into. Thank you so much, Nimesh. Yeah, I also picked up funding ticks first time. Yeah, let's talk payouts only, okay? Enough of all this technical discussion for this year. Next year, no access to my second screen, no access to this, what we do, what is my strategy. I'll just create a, maybe one video, and I'll print a message here at the bottom. Click the join button or watch the video mentioned in the description of this channel or video below. What you get out of our membership group, consider becoming member. That's it. Payout, right? Just talk about payout money. Let's see if we can grow and get traction in our YouTube channel next year, January onwards. Yeah, I'll continue, but I plan to do new paradigm only. So that is what I have communicated to my members. New paradigm pre-market show and new paradigm 1 hour of market open with them. 10:30 I can open it for others. 10:30 to 12, and then I'll call it a day. I cannot be here entire day. The levels are available, guys. As I mentioned, right, I have created that if this is too expensive for someone, they can join the masters level, right? You can see, right, same trade today. Yeah, you masters doesn't have a level here, but at least they have this pivot they can work with. Like Wednesday's market, I told you, right, the exact high, if the swing is good, the daily levels are going to work. Wednesday, the volatility was good, at least on the upside, the volume was good. So Wednesday, if you see, market exactly went to our daily range high. But that's the thing, right? If you don't have big movement in the market, in the small range, that is where you will need masters and new paradigm. So I mean, there is accessibility. You work with the weekly level, you work with the daily level or masters level, and if you want full-fledged support, all the levels, like as I said, even this top you don't want to miss. I have levels, and we could have traded, and people are already trading this range in our membership group right now. And then 1 hour of whatever, like market open with them, 1.5 hour before market open, all the explanation. So that is the plan. So when are you going to go long? I told you, waiting for Nvidia to get little bit of bid. It is still weak. Oh, it was interrupting. That's why you don't like interrupting news. This is good, guys. For scalpers looking for 5-10 points, this is a small, like safe, small trading range. But I have a fear of Nvidia. Nvidia is weak, down 1.5%. So I want to be a little bit cautious. I won't short the market for sure. For going long, I have doubt. And range, small range, I don't want to trade. Like this 5-10 point, I don't want to trade. Even if I know it is going up right now, 5.10 point, I don't want to take the trade. I'm more interested in if it can dip and I can take that one last trade, first and the last trade of the day. It will be perfect. I feel like they will dump to get the weekly top. Yeah, it is capable with Google and Nvidia weakness and Apple weakness. It is possible. We can drop 200 points and get to our weekly expected move upper edge, which is right over here. I think 132. Weekly expected move upper edge is right over here, 132. But look at the time. It is already 11 a.m. We may run out of the time. It's not entire day. If it was entire day, then yes. Here we are talking about dropping 250 points into that 132 area. 25,132. Too much of an ask. But possible with Nvidia down 1.5. If Nvidia is down 4%, then yes. But why will Nvidia go down? Rather, Nvidia would go up here. That's why I'm interested in the long. So it is starting to get a little bit of movement. I think it should be possible to go long at some point for us. If Nvidia and Apple rally, then 200-point rally but low volume. Yeah, that's what my plan is also, Nimesh. Let just like some of these weak names get little bit of bid, let them get going, and then it will be much easier. Until that time, if there is any slightest doubt, avoid. Because the problem is the loss, right? If you take a loss, it won't be possible to recover the loss. In this kind of a slow environment, it is not possible to recover the loss. So why? Yeah, today it's early close. Okay, so finally we are catching a bid now. I think it's getting clear to go long. Again, if this is the first attempt for the breakout, if we want to be really safe, we wait for a pullback to go long now. Yeah, so finally we are starting to break out. Long, long, RDGT, go long. Why don't you go long, RDGT? Mhm.
In 5 minutes' time, we're expecting the Canadian budget balance prior minus 3.28 billion.
I like this long.
Seeing some dollar weakness at the moment, there is no headlines to back up this movement. And we're going to try and find some.
I like this long. I like it.
One minute remaining. Ten seconds. Minus 5.02 billion, minus 5.02 billion.
Yeah, worst case it is going to be the range. Then I should exit to contract here. If it is a breakout, then let's see what we do here at 15. That's our level. That was top of the hour thing. I didn't realize when I punched long that it was top of the hour.
We have posted the Canadian Budget Balance September 2025 report on the feed for those interested.
Come on, come on. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Go for it. I don't know, guys. Much that higher price, I'm not sure. This I was confident. I'm not sure yet about this one. But we'll see. We'll see what. As I mentioned, there could be only one opportunity today, and this is our opportunity. Especially if it pushes higher, then I can trail. At least we got something out of this trade. If someone is really worried about the breakout, don't trade. Slow movement can be very frustrating, but this is one opportunity we got. Got one opportunity here. Last opportunity of the day. What market? What time market closed today? 1:15 p.m. Eastern, I think. 12:15 Central. I told you I like this long. I thought I was very clear. I like this long. We have patiently waited entire morning. I have also not shied away from punching long at the highs like this. I think the top of the hour paused that momentum little bit, but let's go for it. This could still fail. Okay, this could still fail in this zone. If, as I mentioned, right, breakouts are risky. Someone who is not willing to take that risk or don't want to take that risk should take the profit. Already all the three contracts were in the money. I like to see and wait for one contract at least, because this is our last opportunity. If it is happening, this is the right zone from where it will happen. This is exactly the right zone from where this will happen. Yeah, it's Nvidia is again dipping, but let's see. This is our opportunity, boys and girls. Let's go for it. One and done, right? That's why they say one and done. One and done. No. You like the trade? Do you like the trade? If yes, why don't you hit the like button, please? it's 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 not a lot of volume, guys. Today it's very hard to find a trade, and in this kind of environment, taking a breakout and giving very confidently that I like this trade. I even punched 3 longs to confirm my liking of that long. I didn't wait for all the way it to come in the bottom. I preferred buying here versus buying here in the confusion. There was confusion of it could come down here, but with the clarity, let's see if you can get 40s. 45 is our next number actually. 42.75. Sorry, 42.75. Take something at 41. So ES may have something. No, ES also has room on the upside. We should be able to get there. Hey Khan, good. We are doing really great. Good to see you. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Yeah, the levels have been working awesome. Many traders using the level appreciate it. Masters new paradigm, more importantly, is even better. My trading has significantly improved. Consistency, profitability is very good. We are finishing the year very strong. Strategy is complete. More importantly, my strategy is now finished. No more new groups will be created. Mhm. Yeah, Khan, while you are here, we are on the topic of masters versus new paradigm. This trading today has been all because of new paradigm. Because if you are using your masters level this morning, this is what you are trading, right? The midpoint, this expert, and you are targeting this expert. But all these trades, right, from the morning here, they could have been done with the new paradigm level, because we have a new paradigm level here which gave the short or the long at the open a trading range for at least 2 hours. And finally, using the new paradigm as the launch pad and as my entry criteria here, I am going to be booking profits. I already booked some profit, but with this trade we will be making, we already have 180 bucks locked. But if we tag our level, which is next experts level, I like to take 1 or 2 ticks before that. ES is rejecting, but let's see if we can push one more time higher. Yes, let's see. Okay, one more push. Come on. Yeah, so today is a good example. Like entire trading in this slow session was brought to you by my new paradigm level, that is my NPL level. Morning pop into that area, short the range for next 2 hours, and now using this as a launchpad for the next level. That is what we are playing right now. A long in this zone, targeting the next area. The area is holding. We are not losing that level. We should be able to tag our next level there. The only problem is we are starting to spend a lot of time here. So we are gathering a lot of open interest and a lot of stop losses, right? People who are now little FOMOing into buying this long here, they have their stop losses below it. So yeah, when you spend a lot of time, it opens the room for like whatever manipulation to first grab the stop losses and then come back up. That's why if I were to still continue to hold this long, I need to have a very wider stop loss. Given what the range is today, at least I need to be 11 or 12 as a stop loss. Because I might be already late in taking profit here. I should have taken the profit in some of these pops already. This is might come down for the stop losses, like for all what whoever longs are gathering here. See, they are first making an attempt for the stop losses. While I mean I can add one more contract here. I don't mind. At least if it comes into 405, I think that is our new paradigm level. I can buy one more. Basically, it is coming to retest this area, right? Broken out of this area, we are coming to retest this one. If it comes here, I can add one more into that area. I should have taken my profit, as I mentioned, right? I missed my opportunity 1, 2, 3 times, 4 times. And now while I was still explaining that this losing time is not good, well, okay, let's punch one more. So Nvidia dipped, actually, that was the problem. Nvidia again dipped lower, but all we are doing is coming back to retest that 405 one more time. One 15 p.m. Eastern market close. So there's the 405. Come on, 405. Let's see, 405 holds. Are we losing it? So Nvidia dipped again. Nvidia came into the session lows. Nvidia coming third time into the session lows. I think Nvidia is trying to grab some liquidity. That is the reason why for this weakness right now. So Nvidia rolled over actually. That is the problem here. Nvidia again rolled over. So it is maybe coming to grab the stop losses now. But if we are losing, then we could have some selling in the market. Let's see if it is just doing triple bottom. In terms of our level, we are right at that spot I was showing you, right? This area, we are starting to have a candle red below it. Still not closing candles yet. We could, yeah, now it has closed one small candle, 1 minute. Now you can see, right, Nvidia able to bring the market down with it. Are we going to cut our loss there? Let's see. Just watching Nvidia before we cut the cord and accept the loss. Will Nvidia lose this? If Nvidia is not losing that, we might still be fine here. Nvidia about to lose this lows. Will it lose this low? Yeah, I'm stepping aside, guys. I took the loss. Just watching what Nvidia does. If Nvidia is rotating back, I'll jump back into that trade. No bid in Nvidia yet. So yeah, this is the risk, guys. So heavily dependent on one name. I specifically mentioned you, right? I fear Nvidia. If Nvidia dips, nothing can prevent the market from coming down. Here we are back at the bottom end of the range, which we were trading in the morning. And let's watch Nvidia. If it catches a bid here, it is starting to catch a small bid. So Nvidia is still weak for me to get long again. Nvidia needs to be back in the range. They just came for the small stop losses because people were long here. They flushed them. Now it's the real deal, right? If it begins selling, then I have no problem shorting the market. But if it was just eating the stop losses, getting back in the range, I'll get back into that same long. It is right now going for the retest. If it conquers that and it's still wide open for that next leg higher. So let's watch that 405 zone. If we regain that 405 zone, at least the retest will be done. There is a scalping opportunity into 405. But yeah, I'll just try to stay again a little bit cautious. What is going on with Dow? Dow is okay. Russell is okay. Mhm. 150. So this is the problem of the lower volume trading. Like nothing wrong, right? We are in the money. Two contracts book profit one. We waited. We knew it could open a room for manipulation. Meanwhile, Nvidia dipped. We knew Nvidia is the only weakest link today in the market. It started to go up and it suddenly dropped lower to grab liquidity. It's still weak, but we are just waiting for that kiss of death, right? At least a kiss of death will happen at our level. We know that before it goes down. So at least I'm taking few contracts out and see, if we are lucky, if we are able to get above white line, then it sets up a nice rally, guys. Then we rally into a session high because it has set up a short trap now. Up to this point, we are confident. So I'm taking few out and at least this trade will not have any losses. We trail and see if we regain 405 and then it sets up a nice rally. It sets up a nice squeeze. So I think today it's a great demonstration of that new paradigm level, even in this small range, right? How it has dictated or bifurcated the market, gets very bullish, gets bearish, gets bullish, gets bearish, gets bullish above this line. And as I said, right, if luck is on my side today, we should be able to push this into a session high now, right over here. It's a nice setup, nice trap for the shorts. Should not have any problem getting this numbers. Yeah, so this rejection again, showing the significance of the number, at least capable of pausing. But if you regain this, you close the candle above this, it sets up a rocket launch. Remember, Nasdaq never goes into session highs without a drama. It was this drama we should have waited for. I thought like we had enough wait, enough watch of the drama. Turns out this was that last drama we should have waited for. But anyway, you're still fine, doing good. PNL wise, we still fine. Yeah, couple of $100 across few account, but should be fine. Should be fine to close the day green. Very green. Very, very green. Yes, Nvidia is a risk, but so far, then it looks like a manipulation. Just like they knew like there are longs, they came to flush, and looks like they are regaining this zone, and this is more likelihood of finish versus this finish. Today's volume market always tries to finish at a logical level. Remember that, because it is mostly algos who wants to like move the market, and they move as per our levels, because I bring those institutional levels for you through my membership groups, through my pre-market analysis, through my this live trading. Generally in Nasdaq, we want this drama to play out, and then we try to enter. But who knew, guys? Even today they will like little bit of drama. We thought like we waited enough. Turns out there was one more drama left before they are going to get to our number now. Mm-hmm. Now, obviously, shorts are on the hook here. So what is going on? I stepped away for a second and then you are again bringing this down. Nvidia is making a new low. So that is what is going on. Nvidia punching a new low. What is Nvidia up to? Down 2%. We'll see. Good thing is we booked couple of contracts in profit. We have flexibility and we can re-add at least one of them. Still betting, like, it may not be a heavy selling in Nvidia today. Taking that bet. It is weak, we acknowledge it. We have been acknowledging Nvidia's weak since the open, right? That is the only product which is weak. But at the same time, I think we had some drama already. This is capable of again going back up. And again, as I mentioned, right, you have 405, you have our new paradigm level there, 405. Again, at least a retest or a pivot of that area is always in the equation. Take something out each time it hits 405. A tick before, a 2 tick before is always advisable. And there we go, back to green at least. Out of the woods, all the red converted to green. And no effing news either. I don't know, did you check Nvidia news? Maybe there is a news. I see a power symbol there. Maybe there is something we don't know. Nvidia doesn't go down for no reason. So Mizuho's analyst Vijay Rakesh noted strong demand for Nvidia's GPU. That is a good thing. With Blackwell processors fully allocated and set a target of price. Okay, they give a higher target, $245. That's why. Taiwan's GDP growth is now projected at 7.35, highest in 15 years. Again, a good news. Google's Tensor Processing Unit TPUs are being adopted by external customers, including Apple and AI startup Anthropic, as alternative to Nvidia's GPU from AI workload. Okay, so that is one negative. Nvidia stock falls to end rough month. Why? History says December will be relief. History also said that September will be bearish. September was very bullish. October was even more bullish. So don't go with the history. So yeah, but nothing. I mean, that Google news has been there since last week, like earlier this week, right? When Meta declared that they will be choosing Google's AI chip for certain. So are we going to finish at your 405? Is that the plan? Could be the case. I mean, you have the price here at 405. Take it. I mean, I have like at least managed my trade well, so I'm okay to just wait a little bit longer to see if Nvidia especially pushes. Why? Like I'm still having little bit of hope is, I mean, before end of the day, Nvidia could still make an attempt, right? At least now it still has a room, even if it is going to make a lower high. See, this is how I go about thinking, right? It's still making lower high. Yes, there is still potential of a pop to make another lower high, but there is a potential here. And there is a level here. This level can act as a launchpad for 442. So let's just see what happens. They had opportunity to sell, they have decided to rotate back up. If Nvidia can just hang on to whatever the low it has printed and make even a small pop for lower high, we should be able to get a or punch at least a new high here. But yeah, the only risk is, if it rotates down, like I had taken a drawdown, right? So if you take a drawdown, it's over. There won't be any time to recover the drawdown. You'll have to wait for next day. Yeah, trade at your own risk, guys, especially because of the timing. Less time left in the market today, especially funded account or account which does not have a lot of wiggle room should not risk in this kind of situation. So as suspected, you can see, right, it is making an attempt, Nvidia, even if it is going to print a lower high. I don't know, like, at least still has some room to go up to here, right, before it prints whatever, I don't know, like trend line, how you draw, right, at least like this pattern, right, whatever. You can see, right, making money is not easy, even though like I have a very good strategy, we have very good levels which work precisely, but still Nasdaq is a very dangerous product. $26,000 product, it moves big. The problem is, like, here I did sense, right, when it was consolidating, I told, right, we were already in the money, we had taken two contracts out. One contract, I mean, I thought like it would come here, but this one big red candle, it kind of pushed. Nvidia dipped at that time to grab its liquidity, make a new lower low. And here also you can see, right, it could still hit a resistance, but if it cracks above it, I mean, you might be surprised like how high it can finish before the end of the day. Even though there's less time left, Nvidia could turn flat, at least, if not, super green, it can turn flat for that session. Look at that pump now, and look at that launch in the Nasdaq using our new paradigm level, guys. Even that last ADU point, right, buy point is this one, a retest, hold, and now we go get our number. Yeah, many accounts can be blown and made in that fluctuation, right? That's why you have to be super careful if you are not able to manage E-minis, trade micros. But overall, you can see, right, I will be able to achieve my target now, hopefully. Weren't you confident over here? I told you, at least I warned you, right? This is that period, it could open for the manipulation. We should have gone get that number right away, but since it started consolidating, like here, it is yet to start consolidating, we are getting first red candle, so there's no need to be afraid. Like I was not afraid here, not afraid here, but this many rotation, yeah, it opens room for big manipulation. So if you are not I can average up, I can buy here, let me buy here, I have no problem buying market here. Let's say I bought here, I can buy one more here. I'm averaging up, friends, viewers, subscribers. I'm averaging up here, I'm not averaging down this time, so I'm okay. If it starts consolidating for more longer time, then yes, I'm a bit worried. Maybe it opens the room for manipulation, but doubt wise, I have no doubt. You said that last time also. Arey Baba, this Nasdaq product is like that. There's no guarantee in the world. Okay, with the Nasdaq, it is a wild product. $26,000 product. It moves 50-60 points just like that. But nothing changes in terms of my thinking, my analysis, my levels. It's still on. Still going to be always same. You manage risk using micros. If E-minis is too much for you to handle this kind of a pressure, use micros. Issue is risk management with most of us. With good strategy, if market surprise, we get our risk wrong. Yeah, that's why I always recommend, right? Take the loss. I also cut the loss, right? Even I could have blown my account, but I became very conscious. Just let it hold. Let the Nvidia hold, and I was back. In fact, I was back with more contracts, 4, 5. Because today I'm not going to get a lot of opportunity. I have to make best use of small range I got. Come on. What is Nvidia doing right now? Nvidia is still climbing slowly towards the top end of the range. So yeah, I said, right, I would buy this. So yes, I would buy it. I can add one more contract. So I'm averaging up in spite of being in the money, 38 points. I added two more contracts at this high because it is still in that initial phase of consolidation. So should be able to get back up. Yeah, in the market, I think the clarity is more important. If you have a clarity, I think the sizing, risk management should be according to that. If you don't have that much of clarity, how the exactly your product moves, right? Maybe someone is an expert in Dow Jones, someone is product expert of oil, gold. You know the behavior, nature of that product you have been trading, then yes, it is okay to size or do some crazy things like I'm doing, right? What's the need? If I'm already 38 points in the profit, what's the need of adding two more contracts here, right? But I feel confident, guys. I was confident here, right? On that move up. I was less confident. I started to say, you can rewind and watch what I was talking here when it was consolidating. I had a moment of doubt for that last contract. I did little bit of boo boo here, took a drawdown. Again, now the same situation, right? What I did different here and what I am doing different here? Nothing. Still the same behavior. As a trader of my risk management, still the same behavior. I feel confident. I don't mind holding this trade. I was feeling confident until that last moment, and especially this was a killer candle. Here it is expected. It won't, like, it's doing its thing. It's consolidating. I'm okay to buy this consolidation. I'm still looking to push higher. I still have my level. I still have my trade on. Risk management is the only thing we can control. So yeah, guys, you can see, right, these are some example like how I'm managing risk. It's okay to step aside if there is some manipulation. All of a sudden things are back on track, so I'm back in the same trade with the same confidence, with the same sizing, with the same target. Nothing is changing. And if you tell me that you and your trading and your strategy does not have a room or appetite for trading Nasdaq and taking this kind of a fluctuation, then don't trade Nasdaq. Don't trade E-minis, especially trade micros. This, no matter how strong your strategy is, it's always going to happen in the market, especially with the Nasdaq, and especially on a day where Nvidia has a weakness. Right now Nvidia is the primary driver. Maybe next year it will be Google or Tesla which overtakes Nvidia and becomes the new driver of the market. Hourly is coming up. That is not a good thing. So let's try to see if we can find one more out and then wait for that last contract or top of the hour. Yeah, top of the hour thing, guys. Yeah, so at least out of all the reds now, all the account back to green. Once again coming back into our 405 new paradigm level there. As long as we stay above that white line, I'm okay. Tired. Yeah, we are bouncing again. 405 giving us a reaction. Any doubt? Koi shak? Any doubt on the level, on the number, on the preciseness, exactness of that number? Telling you guys, that's how market functions. They're programmed by algorithm, big machine. They have a number in mind. They are calculated based on the bets. I bring those numbers to you.
ECB's President Lagarde says interest rates are at the right level. The situation is good. So Lagarde speaking on Slovak TV.
So a great example, guys, for masters. Like today, you can see that entire trading revolving around new paradigm. So that was the need. Like not every time masters will come to the rescue. There are occasions, many occasions in the market, in the trading conditions. Yeah, if you have big swings going on, if you have nice volatility, if you have nice range bound trading, then you'll be fine with the experts masters. But there are many instances you need new paradigm or the higher levels, which is taking look back a month, a year in the order books and know that area which really matters to the market. Today, this 405 did matter to the market, and entire session was delivered, at least bifurcated bearish versus bullish again by that level today. And I had trade on every time I recommended, preached, talked about that number. I made sure I have trade on and then do the talking. Yeah, again proving that number is what is giving me PNL. That number is one which is saving me from taking loss. That number is the one which constantly gives me a trade today. So that profit just already paid for, like, I don't know, next 2 years of membership and some, then some, right? And then
Lagarde
some.
says, I'm optimistic on the situation in France.
Nvidia is still weak. That is the reason why we are not getting that final pump we want. Still weak. But here we are in the race to use that level final point to get that 42. We'll see. Again, every time like we start now, it is in that stage now, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, be open. Like we have had 1, 2, maybe third rotation, but you are running out of time to do that pump. Nvidia is weak. So start closing in, start trailing in. I'll do the same. It's already lunchtime. Okay, I see. So 42 could be a wrong number, guys. I told you, right? On Wednesday, that's the reason why this is troubling. So I told you, right? On Wednesday, I had issue in my levels with Q, like Nasdaq, and Qs. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why. So this was a little bit of guesstimate I did on Wednesday, only with the Nasdaq. My broker had some issues loading Nasdaq. So I now get it, like why we had such misses. So this is like still like miss. But anyway, it is going to happen, but I won't take credit for it. This is a guessed level. I think I mentioned to you, right? I had trouble with the Nasdaq. on Wednesday, because Thursday, yesterday we did not trade. So only with
EIA
the
data
experts
shows
level.
US oil production rose to a record 13.8 million barrels per day in September.
So yeah, this is what happened, guys. On Wednesday, if you remember my members, I did have trouble with the options market data on the Nasdaq for my experts level on Wednesday. Here we are taking profit. We took the profit just now. But yeah, this number was more of a guesstimate for me on that morning. I think I did mention to you, if someone can confirm that I did mention QQQ or Nasdaq was trouble for me loading. This was little bit of a rounded number. This was not accurate number, because generally I recommend my members that members and the expert level needs to happen to the penny. On that day, Wednesday morning, I did not have the proper data, so I had to do little bit of guesstimate. No wonder like this much trouble today with that level. Anyone remember from our master's discussion in the pre-market me saying that? I think I remember I mentioned it to you. I took my profit here. Not going to be like super. It might happen, but it will not be like my accurate level for Wednesday only. It was only a problem on Wednesday and only with the Nasdaq, not with the ES. So let's check on ES. What is the next ES level? ES, you have next masters level. Fine. Dow Jones sitting at this level, Friday high one. So this is what Dow priced in for today, guys. This was exactly what Dow was expected to do for today, Friday session. And you can see, right, we have achieved every ounce of that move, sitting right at that move right now. Anyway, took my profit, so good profit even on a low volume day. I think we did well. Always remember, guys, risk management comes first. No matter how good strategy you have, I always tell you, right, this is the precedence or the order you should follow. Number 1, don't talk about Fight Club. So number 1, that Fight Club is risk management. Okay, number 1, forget RDGD, forget whatever ICT, number 1 trader, number 2 trader out there. Risk management is the number 1 thing which someone needs to master if they are trying to become day trader. Even though you can see, right, I have whatever good bad which happened with my strategy, I'm still in green, right? Most drawdown I took was $600-$800. Second thing, once you are able to manage risk, is then it comes the strategy, right? Whatever, like I use those levels and whatnot. It could be moving averages for someone, it could be fair value gap for someone, it could be Fibonacci or Bollinger Band for someone. Strategy comes second, risk management comes first. Strategy also, like, first part is the analysis, right? You could have good analysis, good setup, but your execution could be very poor. You might end up chasing the price, you might end up sizing up too much, then your account can afford to hold any pullbacks or any wiggle room that trade might require to play out. Analysis is good, but you also need to master the executions of that strategy. Execution still needs to be mastered. Finally comes the scaling part. Then you start talking about, I made this much in payout, I must make this much this month, I am this, that, I'm better than anyone's out there, I'm making more payout than anyone out there on the planet Earth. Yeah, that comes much later, the scaling part. Okay, but again, just a reminder for the weekend. What should be your priority list? Okay, I'm out with profits across the board. And I did tell you to forget about that number, right, today. At least the perfection of that number, right, may not be accurate today. Only for Wednesday high 1 and Wednesday high 2. Or if it had dipped on the lower end, Wednesday low 1 and Wednesday low 2. Otherwise, other numbers are all good. And it started on Tuesday, I think. On QQQs, if you notice, guys, I don't know, people don't notice it. I bring it to your attention each time. On Tuesday also there was a little bit of issue. You can see, right, how it has never happened. How come like both the levels are at the same spot, right? The Tuesday high to Tuesday high 3. No one asked me this question. So I started noticing this behavior of the Nasdaqs in these two sessions. Here it was completely inaccessible to me. I just like purely guessed or whatever, like use a very manual approach in calculating that number. But here, there was definitely a problem started on Tuesday. Like how come the two projection, both the expiration for Wednesday and Friday can be the same? Tesla level for December, the way is I go with the weekly level, Harpal. So you will get, right, you became member, so you'll get Tesla levels for next week now. So the thing is, I go only in advance 1 week. I don't go beyond 1 week. So for Tesla, like this week, how did we do? I can in general share my analysis on Tesla. Like this week, we were
According to
expected
Turkey, second oil tanker reports being struck in Black Sea.
Yeah, for this week, Tesla was expected to move this much, and obviously we have moved more than that. Right, we were expected to go from here, Friday finish into this, right? So you can see, right, on Friday we left here. This is Monday morning. Monday morning we already went to our weekly expected move. Throughout Monday we spent time here. Monday overnight, Tuesday pre-market, we dipped from that level, same level, and we regained that level. This is Tuesday afternoon. Tuesday we spent entire day. Tuesday end of the day we are here. Wednesday, I think half a day trading session for futures market. Oh, it was full day, right? We are trending up and we came here again. Wednesday we rallied. Again Thursday markets were closed, no activity here, right? Again Friday half a day, it is trending higher. Yeah, I mean at max, I go with the weekly analysis. So what you will get next week is, today we finish, let's say somewhere here, you will see that these three lines will shift, right? Whatever, like what will be the next week's projection, it will be from this point onward. From this point we are expected to move this much or this much. So given the state of this one, yeah, it will be mostly upside, because look at this, Nasdaq recovering, they are eyeing all-time highs, ES recovering all-time highs, and for us Dow, you can see, right, at least in this drop and the V-shaped recovery, we are looking for one of these major markets to make an all-time high. So market may not stop rallying, market may continue to go up until one of these product, either Dow or Russell, which is most closest to the all-time high, one of this product makes an all-time high and then marks the full V-shaped recovery. So all these products will only continue to go higher if you have, like, look at here, gold also breaking out of this channel now, strong break here in the gold. Yeah, the direction would be whatever levels I put for Tesla this weekend. From that finish, you are immediately targeting the next weekly high. Roughly, if this week the volatility in Tesla was from the midpoint, we rallied 7%. Expect something in the similar range, 6.5 or 7%. Yeah, final analysis from today's close, at least expect another 6.5 and 7% rally next week. That would be the call. Why? Again, I showed you, right? The recovery, if it is going on, it is not complete until one of the product makes all-time highs. Russell, Dow or ES, out of Nasdaq and ES is the most closest to the all-time high. For ES to rally like another 1.5%, you'll need some tech products to rally, right? And Tesla is one of them, which is still strong, doing very well. Like this is still full V-shaped recovery mode. We had a nice pullback, we have like nice double bottom here, and on the smaller time frame you'll be able to see, you can see, right, nice double bottom here in this zone. Yeah, this recovery again continues for 6.5%, and best case scenario it will go into an all-time high. Like it has to take out this all-time high, because this recovery, which is on the longer time frame, is not complete until we make a new all-time high. We have nice double bottom here, nice double bottom here, and nice small double bottom here, and this continues upward. I expect minimum 7% and maximum it will need some kind of a catalyst, right? Because it has some overhead resistance coming from here, here. Up to here, there is no problem. I think there is no problem on Tesla up to this point. Up to, at least, forget my weekly, even if I just go with the plain analysis to this area where the market had broken down. So from current point, I would expect Tesla to rally another 7.5%, which will be somewhere in this zone. The number, specific number would be $461. I think it's the same number, right? Last, I think before 1 month, when you came join us for the first time, you're trading Tesla, and 460 was your number, 462 was my number. I think we had a difference of $2. Here also again we are talking about the same number. My number is still 462. I was still correct. Because why 462? Because you can see, right, this is where market broke down. This is where Tesla broke down. Like, it was very strong, right? People were all bullish, gaga saga of Mr. Musk, right? But this is the day when it broke down, it sold off, right? What was the body of that candle high? It is that body of that candle high, 462. 462 is the number where market broke down. And as I mentioned, right, if this is a double bottom, this is a V-shaped recovery going on. This recovery is not done until we go give a kiss of death here, right? We go, maybe we reject this area and then we come down. So there is no issue until 462. You can pick up any product. That's how it works. It goes to the area where it broke down, and again in the smaller time frame I'll be able to show you better. We go and plot 462 here. This is 462 roughly. You can see, right, this is where the breakdown happened. Until this time, like the final, right, the final buy point was this one. You break, it came aggressively to retest this area. I don't know where it comes. It lands somewhere like in that zone only, 462. We can accurate it, 460. The market at least works on, like, all these numberings, right, where algos, they see something, they break, retest this zone, and then comes the drop. There no problem here in Tesla longs until 462. That would be my summation. Again, 6.5-7%, again perfectly aligns with this week's implied volatility, which was still the same. Here it says 7.5% roughly. If you measure it this week, it was at least 7%, but actual ended up moving almost 9% this week. Anyway, guys, back to the market. Are we selling now? No, you know the number, you know the drill. What is that number? It's 405. As long as you are 405, you will be fine. You'll be fine above 405. You want to check Nvidia now? Nvidia is still in that channel. Remember, let's go back. See? Everything intact. So you will be fine. If you punched along, you will be fine here. No, it's okay, Harpal. You don't need to do super chat each time. Thank you so much. I appreciate the gesture. But yeah, don't need to give super chat. We don't have a culture here. Super chats. Bashir, thank you so much for becoming a subscriber. Do you trade/teach option? We have started to do some options now with SPY and QQQ. That is what I recommend my new paradigm member. If you want to use my strategy, it will work best with SPY and QQQ. Why? Because for my strategy, you can see that my strategy is more dependent on the expected range of movement on the weekly and on the daily basis. And SPY and QQQ are the product for which there are daily expiration. Like we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all the way till Friday expiration, which means we have so many levels. First of all, 3 levels on the weekly, like weekly high, weekly low, weekly midpoint, daily high, daily low, daily high, daily low for 5 days. And they repeat, right? Monday to Friday, Monday in the books, Tuesday to Friday, Tuesday in the book, Wednesday to Friday. So you can see that we build a nice structure, and then I add my 4 masters level and 5 new paradigm level. So the you can see, right, each of this trade can be scalped using our levels, right? Each of this move, any of this move, or even the example I showed you, right? Last week we went for our weekly expected move. That weekly expected move came from all our level, new paradigm, masters, experts. So this kind of structure, same trade, you can see, right? This is when? This is 9:45 a.m. Okay, 9:45 a.m. all the way till afternoon 4 p.m. 4 p.m. you can see, right? Market open 9:30. We sold off. So first 15 minutes of selling, 9:45 a.m. in the morning all the way till 4 p.m. in the evening. That level I showed you, right? You can see, right? It came right here. 4 p.m. it came into play. So since 9:30 a.m. if you were trading Nasdaq going long using my level, same trade you could have traded using options on QQQ. If I show you that day, what was that day? This is on November 25th. Remember this, November 25th, which is Tuesday. On Tuesday, when we were doing all this trade on the live stream using Nasdaq from 9:45 a.m. all the way till 4 p.m., what was QQQ doing? Let me show you what was QQQ doing on that day. Let's bring up QQQs. Let's go back to Tuesday. So this is Friday. Yesterday cash market was closed. This is Wednesday, and let's go to Tuesday. Oh my god, Tuesday I updated all the level. My levels have shifted. I should have captured the screenshot, because what happens is my level shift, right? Because on Wednesday, Thursday, this all level shifted. So I don't have a screenshot. Sometimes I do keep the old chart. Let me see if you are that lucky. Wednesday 26 number. I think you are very lucky today, Amar. Because I still have, no, I don't have. I think I updated that chart. Let's see. Yeah, it has shifted. I should have had Tuesday's chart. I deleted, right? Because
Hezbollah leader says Lebanon's government should prepare to confront Israel.
Yeah, this is on Tuesday, right? 25th of November. And I think I have charts saved only of Wednesday, 26th November. If I had chart of 25 November, the point I was trying to make is this exact path could have been taken by Nasdaq. Hey, you don't talk hindsight. Why don't you talk today?
Lebanon's government should prepare a plan to confront Israel.
Let's talk today. You have seen me trade today, right? You have seen the level. You have seen the new paradigm level, expert level. How about the same trade here with the option? Even though the volumes are low, not much of movement, but exact same scalping using this masters level or new paradigm level in between, 2 experts level above and below. How you could have traded with QQQ? Look here. Exact same pivot point, that 405 we have been talking about in Nasdaq, that 25,405. The number in QQQ is this 616.78. Exact same trades, as long as above your 616.78, all would have been long. Below this is where you become cautious for the drop, but 616.78 was that number for all the longs. Here, take it anytime above 405, have that long. So yeah, same thing we have done. We have whatever done to Nasdaq and ES, we have done exact same remedy for QQQ and SPY. So this is how our QQQ and SPY looks like. Again, we have daily projection. Again, this week is thin, right? Thursday market was closed, so you have one level less, but you have extensive level in SPY and QQQ. An exact same trade we take here can be taken in the SPY QQQ using options. Yeah, we are working in that group more next year. Wednesday low, how do you? Oh my god. So you'll have to watch the video, guys. I cannot go explaining everything. Everything about the levels on the experts is explained here. So exercise for you, go under the home tab, watch all this video. Experts, it shows, right, how to mark Monday levels, how to mark Tuesday level, how to mark Wednesday and Thursday level, how to mark Friday level, how to trade those level, how to mark masters level, how to mark weekly level. Just go under the home button, watch at least some of this video, you'll get the idea. Wednesday low 1, low 2, how do you draw them? You mean Wednesday low 1, what we got on Monday number? No, I think you are confusing me. I don't first of all understand your question. Yeah, watch those video. It is not, I mean, I think you are trying to complicate it. There's nothing complication. So if you go and check our experts level, so if you see experts level, so you keep all the levels on the chart, right? Monday night I give you the level, right? Again, you have one level less today, right? Because Thursday cash market is closed. So you got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, one level less, right? Ideally you get 5 level. Might have an older chart we can load. Old, yeah, last Friday, right? Last Friday was a full week, right? You can see, right? Now this is a complete chart. You have Monday, like on Sunday night when I share the level, you get Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right? Then Monday in the books, you get one level less. You got 5 on the upside, 5 on the downside. So Monday in the books, you get Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So 4 on upside, 4 on downside. Tuesday in the books, you get one more level less now. Tuesday in the books means you get Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Wednesday in the books, you get Thursday, Friday. Thursday in the book, you only get Friday. You can see, right? The number of level goes down from 5 to 4 to 3 to 2 to 1. Simple. 5 on upside, 5 on downside. 4. So this is what I was saying, right? This is why I always recommend, if you're using my strategy, use this on QQQ and SPY. Look at that. Same concept. So if you're hands-on in the options on a daily basis, don't touch the market without those levels. Without QQQ and SPY levels, don't go in the market. You don't know, right, where it will turn around, what it will do. Unless you have those fair value gaps, then you are allowed to do whatever you want. Anyway, guys, let's call it a day here, guys. Market is just like, I'm hungry. I don't want to like torture you more with my knowledge. It can be little torturing, right, for people who are not on board with my strategy. Hey, I just came here for the good music or a background news or just to see your long or short biasness. I don't care about your strategy. How about we bring market back one more time into 405? Maybe then you will like the strategy, right? Yeah, it's coming right back into your 405. Okay, I'll leave you at that, guys. Watch 405. Have a nice weekend. Watch for all the levels over the weekend, and I'll see you back on Monday morning. Good small little session, little bit of trick, but obviously not one of the toughest session I have traded. Certainly not. Most easiest session, yes. Thank you. Have a nice long weekend or weekend. It's a long weekend, guys. Kids must be at home. My kids, one of the kid is at home, other one is in the school today. But I'll see you back on Monday morning. Thanks and bye-bye.